What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Here we are with another reaction video with the incredible Miss Palki Sharma, and here we are with India rolls out new criminal laws to replace colonial-era ones. I'm very fascinated by that title and excited to jump in. However, before we do, if you happen to enjoy the video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give the video a like. Also, if you would like to support the channel and become a member, it'd be greatly appreciated, and it comes with a whole set of perks such as early access to videos, such as priority comments, such as priority requests, and so much more. So if you would like to do that, don't be afraid to sign up, and let's dive right in.
It's a big day here in India because a new set of laws has been rolled out. Laws that affect every Indian citizen. Criminal laws. There are 3 new ones now. The Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, Bharatiya Nagrik Suraksha Sanhita, and Bharatiya Saksha Adhiniyam. All 3 were passed in December last year by India's parliament. They have replaced colonial-era laws. Now, if you're into courtroom dramas, you must have heard of them. IPC, or the Indian Penal Code, CRPC, or the Criminal Procedure Code, and the Indian Evidence Act. These 3 do not apply anymore in criminal cases in India. Only the new ones will. I guess the obvious question is why? There is a symbolic and practical reason. More than 7 decades have passed since India's independence, yet our laws dated back to colonial times. So clearly it was time for an overhaul. 100%. It was time for Indian laws made by Indians. And that's not the most important reason. As time passed, India's laws have gotten outdated. Some provisions and procedures did not make sense at all. So reform was the need of the hour. Most legal experts and political parties agree with it. There was a need for reform, but they disagree on the specifics, on what kind of reforms, on how these laws were drafted. The opposition says that there was not enough consultation, but the Home Minister of India has pushed back. He says the issue must not be politicized.
इतने बड़े सदियों के बाद हो रहे.
I'm gonna see if they do have the captions for that. And let's see.
इतने बड़े सदियों के बाद हो रहे सुधार को पॉलिटिकल कलर देना मैं मानता हूं ठीक नहीं है. मेरे तो सभी विपक्ष के साथियों से विनती है, पॉलिटिक्स करने के ढेर सारे मुद्दे हैं, आराम से करिए, कोई चिंता नहीं है, हम भी जवाब देंगे. मगर ये कानून देश के 140 करोड़ नागरिकों को संविधान का जो स्पिरिट है, न्याय और आत्मसम्मान, वो समय पर दिलाने की एक एक्सरसाइज है.
Let's take a closer look at these laws now. What are the main highlights? Number 1, the new laws recognize murder on the grounds of caste or community. It is now considered a separate offence, distinct from other murders. Lynching is also a separate offence. The Supreme Court had asked the government for a new law, so the government has included it. Highlight number 2. New rules for organized crime and terror. Earlier, these provisions were spread across different laws, for example, the UAPA. States like Maharashtra had their own region-specific laws. The idea is to do away with all of that, to centralize and simplify the rules. Highlight number 3, penalizing intercourse via deceit. Say someone made a false promise of marriage or promised a job or hid their identity to have sexual relations with a woman. Then this law will kick in. The maximum punishment is 10 years in prison, but some legal experts are concerned about this. They say even consensual relations could later end up being criminalized. Highlight number 4, extension.
I can understand that, but I feel like that would be just hard. That one in general would be hard to uphold unless you had like proof. But if you got proof, then I mean, and that's, if you got proof that, and that really happened, like, yeah, that person should be jailed. That person should be locked up. Unfortunately, a lot of times it does happen also without proof, and like that person never gets justice. But that one, like I said, it just be, unless without proof, it just be really hard to punish somebody for doing that. But the other ones, it seems like, so lynching, mob lynching, so that wasn't a separate charge as murder before. I'm just trying to understand, make sure that I understand these. Mob lynching, it wasn't a separate charge as before. It was just all fell under the umbrella of murder, whereas to now, lynching will be charged as a separate crime alongside murder. Correct me if I'm wrong on that one. The second one was about anti-terrorism, basically, if I remember correctly. And then that one, like I said, without proof, it'd be hard to upheld. But I like the fact that it is a law. Like, I think it will discourage a lot of people from trying to lie and give false promises in order to gain sex. You should never do that. I'm definitely never down with that. But so yeah, I mean, I like these laws.
Of police custody. The CRPC was very clear about this. An accused can spend 15 days in police custody. After that they must be sent to judicial custody. Now, this time limit has been extended from 15 days to 90 days, 90.
Oh, wow.
So the cops can keep an accused for up to 3 months now. Again, there are concerns about this. More time in police custody raises fears of torture and tampering. Highlight number 5, focus on speedy justice. Charges must be framed in 60 days. Trial judgments will have to be delivered in 45 days.
I like that.
Highlight number 6, inclusion of community service as a punishment. Now, this mainly applies to small crimes like petty theft or defamation. Earlier, these offences carried jail time and fines, but now community service is also an option. The laws do not specify what service, so the decision is up to the judge handing out the verdict. Maybe street cleaning or volunteer work. Highlight number 7, 0 FIRs. Now, FIRs are first information reports, as you would know. When you file a complaint, the police fill out an FIR. But jurisdiction is sometimes a problem. Each police station has its own area of operation, its own jurisdiction. So beyond that, they may not file FIRs. But that should not happen anymore. 0 FIRs can be filed at any police station. Jurisdiction of the crime does not matter anymore.
Wow.
Highlight number 8. Sedition has been removed as a crime. Instead, a new provision has been introduced. It talks about offences against the state. Basically, treason. So while scrapping sedition is welcome, the potential impact of this new provision is still unclear, and some experts say that it's equally draconian. Highlight number 9, intercourse with a minor wife will be considered rape. Again, this was a long pending issue. The earlier laws only banned it for brides below 15 years of age, but this one rectifies that. It provides justice to brides aged 15 to 18 years. And finally, highlight number 10, trial in absentia has been introduced. Earlier, you could record evidence in the absence of the accused, but conducting a trial was not allowed. It was only permitted rarely in cases of UAPA. But that's not the case anymore. Trials can now be held in absentia for certain crimes, meaning people can be tried and convicted without finding them. And this does happen in other countries, but it's a first for India. And we've only mentioned 10 highlights here. Laws like these will take months to get used to. All new cases will now be registered and tried under the new laws. The first one was filed in Gwalior today. As for the old cases, the cases that are already on, the old laws still apply. I know it sounds a bit complicated, but that's the nature of overhauls. They consume time and effort.
I can understand that. But yeah, I think they're doing a good job, and I guess overhauling a lot of the old laws that they had. And I mean, a lot of the older things, every so often you just have to update them and adjust them to how modern times are and what are the issues that you have today, because the issues that you have today might not be the same, or more than likely not going to be the same as the issues that you had back then when the old laws got put in place. So every so often, definitely you have to update the laws. And it seems like India is doing a great job in updating a lot of these laws in their criminal justice system. And I think for the better part, we just got 10 of these that Palki Sharma highlighted. But I think for the better part overall, it's definitely going to be a help to the nation, a help to the country for these laws to be put in place and to get rid of some of the older ones. That it. I guess that's all we got. Yeah, that's all we got for this one. That was a great video. Like I said, I absolutely love getting the chance to watch Palki Sharma. I think she makes stuff so easy to understand, and I love that. But that is all we have for this one. If you guys enjoyed that video, make sure y'all check that one out next. It'll be really awesome. Also, don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. See you guys on the next one.